Hey guys, it's Dianne J, licensed realtor in Scottsdale, Arizona and Puerto Penasco, Rocky Point, Mexico. Today I'm going to talk to you about 5 things that you don't know about Scottsdale, Arizona. Number 1 is originally Scottsdale was called Orengdale. So back in the day, Arizona tourism was promoted with the 5 C's: copper, cattle, cotton, citrus, and climate. A lot of people don't know that Scottsdale used to basically be an open range. And I referenced that on another video talking about one of the highways between Maricopa and Gila Bend, 235. That's called Dead Cow Highway, unfortunately, because it was an open range and sometimes cows would get hit. But back in the day, Scottsdale was a major orange producer. So the community originally was a stagecoach stop between Camp McDowell and Phoenix, and was founded in 1888 and renamed for Winfred Scott in 1894. He settled the site with his brother George in the late 1880s. So those 5 C's with citrus and climate, Scottsdale was a perfect destination for the tourist industry that was being promoted at the time. Number 2 is the historic schoolhouse in Old Town called the Little Red Schoolhouse, which was a former school building located in Scottsdale. It originally was the Scottsdale Grammar School and is now home to the Scottsdale Historical Museum. This is a great place to go if you're in town with family or friends and want something low-key to do, and it's also part of the art walk that goes through the city. The Little Red Schoolhouse was built in 1909 to replace an earlier one-room framed schoolhouse that was built in 1896. You can visit the museum while strolling near Scottsdale Museum of Modern Art and some of the really cool little stores down in Old Town. Number 3 is the Sugar Bowl Ice Cream Shop. This iconic location is a must stop for most tourists that visit Scottsdale, Arizona. As Scottsdale was emerging as a tourist destination, it was the gay 90s, the late 1800s. There were a lot of glitz and glamour and bars and eateries for couples that were going out, but they realized that there were no family locations. So as the population continued to grow, it was bought by the Huntress family, and they opened the Sugar Bowl Christmas Eve in 1958. Working at the Sugar Bowl became an iconic rite of passage for lots of teenagers that grew up in Scottsdale at the time. And it was a famed place for dining for families and tourists alike. It's still there today and is now on the historic register for buildings and places in Scottsdale. And they have fantastic, all the iconic ice cream dishes that you would expect, including the Dusty Road that used to be Scottsdale, Arizona. So make it a stop when you come to visit Scottsdale. Number 4 is Los Olivos Mexican restaurant that's in Old Town. The Corral family left their native Mexico for America in 1919 because their grandmother, Cecilia Corral, did not want her sons working in the mines of Mexico. Many old-timers will remember the building as the home of a bakery, a tavern, pool parlor, and even a chapel at one time. And they named the restaurant after the olive trees that lined Scottsdale Road. Combining their native talents, the second generation of the Corral family has critically acclaimed dining in Scottsdale. That the talented family members have worked together for years. Their uncle designed and crafted the unique Spanish-style chandeliers. Cousins greet you at the tables, and daughters and sons now manage and keep the books. The third generation of Corrals are making margaritas behind the bar and serving their hot, spicy dishes, and are there to welcome you back when you come to visit. One of their famous sayings is, "Esta es su casa y vuelven pronto." And this means, this is your home, please return soon. I love that. And I have to tell you, the food at Los Olivos is amazing. One of my favorites is the mushroom enchilada. And just stop in for chips and salsa or a margarita when you're in town. Number 5 is spring training. Okay, everybody knows there's spring training, but do you know how long it's been in Scottsdale? They've actually had spring training there since 1950 when Scottsdale Stadium opened. It's been rebuilt twice, and you can see some historic photos here. This photo was taken in 1956, and the next photo was taken in 1992. And in the first photo, you can see how amazing Camelback looks in the background. And in the second photo, you can see it more like it looks today, with a bigger stadium and still a little bit of Camelback back in the background. The Orioles were the first team there from 1956 to 1958. Then it was the Red Sox from 59 to 65, and the Cubs were 67 to 78. Athletics were 1979 to 83, and the Giants have been there since 1984. So those are the top 5 things that I think that you need to know about Scottsdale, Arizona that you might not know. And join us to celebrate these cool areas and visit us during some of the wonderful weather that we have, and we'll see you soon.